Welcome to K-pop Scape. You're escaping to the world of Korean entertainment. I am one of your hostesses with the mostesses. My name is India, and we are joined by Whomst,
It's Layla.
one of our many of hosts who come in and out when they can because they got jobs and I don't end up working. So it is what it is. Anyway, today we will be talking about Stan's problematic behavior on social across social medias. And that goes for Instagram, TikTok, Twitter mainly because they exhibited that on Twitter first.
And then TikTok.
And then TikTok. It has spilled over to TikTok and it sprinkles itself over at Instagram maybe, but mostly TikTok. Um yeah. I've been seeing, the solo stands people posting their quote unquote hot takes, and their hot takes are not hot takes. They're basically people being mean.
Yeah.
Because it's like, my hot take is this person's stupid or this person's racist. You are what? Where's the proof?
Or they discriminate a whole community and be like someone like I think her name was like Kayla, and she basically used her friends like photos saying it was her catfishing everyone,
Oh,
and people were just like, oh, so like saying some people were saying racial slurs about her because she was half, I think she's half black, I don't remember, but I'll just say black. Um, and basically said the whole community of black people are so ruthless and so disgusting of the K-pop stands. And I'm just like, you can't really determine if every black K-pop stand is exactly the same.
I mean, because let's be blatantly clear. There's a certain all act very much. We have our lingo, AAVE, obviously, and we have our jokes are like we get each other stands white, Hispanic, and black, or not black, Asian, but take our jokes seriously. But we just joking. Like we'd be like, "Oh, hey, birds." They'd be like, "Oh my god, you don't even know him." I'm just joking. I know I don't know the boy, but he's funny. He seems like the annoying
Yes.
little brother that I'd be wanting to fight. That's why I say that. Like it's not real. Like this person literally, there's like a compilation of Bumgu being Bumgu, and if you know, you know. And I was like, bruh, my god, you don't even know him. Da, 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 da. Our other friend Dev, they blocked Dev, but this happened like this us in this group of friends to where one of us would get blocked. Like maybe both of us tag teaming one person, they block one of us and not the other. I'm like, you still get cussed out, especially like the barbecue situation. It was me, a TXT fan through and through. Person in the
Oh.
so I was like it would be the same if I got to argue with somebody, a Stray Kids member, and then they start getting all in their feelings about it. And then I'm like, put Layla in there, and they probably try to block you because you're right, and they don't want to be outed wrong type
Yeah,
situation.
because I know my information about Stray Kids like nothing. So if you
Me
say
BTS,
anything
because don't play
wrong,
with me.
don't
People
play.
be lying on God Seven. They don't even know it. Like,
Specifically, I know real well Shiny, Stray Kids, BTS. I would say ATEs since I've listened to since like debut, but there's some facts that I don't even be knowing and newer
I listened
stands
to the
will know.
debut, but it's been a fat minute since I listened to a K-pop album from front to back like that. Like the last
Hmm.
for real album that I listened to front and back, um, all the time is the Love Yourself Tear album. I have no problem with that. Or
Hmm.
like I said, it's Lullaby album, but I need to get better at that. But some albums, I don't. Those are the ones that I'm like, oh, what I need to get better at. I have their physical albums, but it's only like one of the albums because you know how they love yourselves. You have to have four of each to spell it out. And why would I use every CD of the same CD? Like,
Hmm.
I mean, you do scratch them up sometimes.
Yeah.
Neat.
Um,
But I haven't opened any other ones to use the CD. I only use like one CD.
I will never open up the Tear album. Isn't it? Isn't that one the black one?
Yep.
Cause that one, for some reason, whenever I would try to open it when I had it, it'd be the most difficult one to put back in than the other ones for me.
Or I got the like the when Super M started. I got their album. The first one. Did they do like two comebacks or one?
They did two comebacks.
I got
I
the
hope
first
they
comeback.
do
I
more,
got the
but
Jopping one, and I got one of them albums because they were affordable. Uh, I just got one of the albums when I was at Target, and now for me, I have to like avoid albums from Target because I will go in there and buy a K-pop album. I don't care. I will,
hmm
and I've been avoiding it for like a couple years because I'm like, I'm gonna buy one, and I'm like spending $20 every time I go to freaking Target. Of albums, I wanted to complete them, but I forgot which ones I already had. I did, but it's like down in the amount of pictures I have between the time I take that picture and the more pictures I add or take on my thing. I have to look and I can't find it, so I can't figure out where the fuck my albums are. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Like, I'm not gonna finish these off ever. I need to
seriously.
just
I just thought about another thing.
what?
You know how people like say, I will get to the fan calls later, but like you know how
Oh
I'll
yeah.
use Utah's example because Utah's the easiest. So like say there's black stands who follow Utah because he's an attractive guy. You'll get like those really like discriminatory, I'll say, because some of them can be racist, but majority of them be like, "Oh, Utah likes white women, this, that, and the third." I'm just like, I didn't even know that, but how in the hell do you know that? Like, how are you gonna tell me a K-pop idol likes a specific ethnicity or race just by you telling me that? With no fact check.
I mean, with Yuta, there's no guarantee that he does unless he said it out of his mouth. But like behaviors will make you think that the way they act because
Yes.
like somebody also said that about Taman, but Taman,
Someone said it about Johnny as well, because they're like, "Oh, Johnny don't like black women." I'm like, man, just because he doesn't take pictures with a lot of like, or just is not in the mood, which can come off as like he doesn't like black K-pop fans, but he probably just didn't have a good day that day.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on the situation. Because
Depends on the
Johnny,
person as well.
my ass over here trying to be send my shooters for Johnny when he's my bias writer. Like I really be trying to fight Johnny when I he triggers me. Like what the fuck? Like I want to. He you better show me what he did because I'll fight. He's my bias writer. Why do I have so much smoke for the man? He taller than me
I,
anyway. Man, a whole
I don't
foot
know.
and a half. Probably taller than me. Ugh.
I, I don't even know myself. I just
Okay,
I just don't
I
like
got a
it,
list. We're gonna go
cause
down and we go discuss it. So we're gonna start with doxing, because speaking of Johnny, and y'all literally follow we're outside of his house and stuff. Y'all found his home address. So his American home address, not his Korean home address. They probably know what the where the NCT apartments are, but American, which is surprising. American fans, Susangs found his home address and were outside of his house when they came home,
which I'm
and it was
not
nighttime.
surprised, cause we all know how One Direction was and the whole not apartment but airport situation happened.
Um, yeah, like people, if you found it out there from the address, which one? How do we not know which one of y'all are unhinged to the point where y'all will go over their house to try to kill his parents?
Seriously.
Like there are y'all can say y'all not, but there are people. If these people, there are people who are anti fans who literally have tried to kill idols. What made you think they would not? The same people who were over his house that one year, next year don't like him no more. Will not try to break into his parents' house and try to take his parents out.
Seriously. Like this
Like
is why a lot of idols don't talk about their like normal lives. And they're like, "Oh, I want to know about this idol mark." Y'all ruin it for everyone with people being sasaengs where you can't even get to know people like that. Like yes, there's groups who do that, like some certain members of Stray Kids, but like it just gets pushed to the point where like you know too much information about them and use it against them like it's nothing.
I mean, if it's embarrassing, that's one thing. But if it's like
Yes.
a, what's the word?
A school, because I know specifically one person who did on TikTok Live, and yes, it's personal information, but it's kind of worrisome because if his brother's going to that school, then I mean it's probably guarded because from what Chan said, that
Somebody
Newton is a
found. I'm
like
about to say you
a
said
Korean
school, and I'm
version.
like they found Chan's brother's school.
No, someone talks about going to Newton, which is like Korean version of Sopa. It's a musical school. Like, yes, it's a school, but like, what if one day somebody just thinks, oh, I'm gonna go visit Lucas because he lives in Australia, which I think someone won't do that. Like, people in Australia, like, what if one day somebody's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to Newton and see Chan's brother because we know what he looks like from eye up, and that if you follow his mom's account, you know what he looks like with his new haircut. So it's like I'm almost like putting his brother in danger, but like at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you try. Um, like I did. We have a TikTok account, and I put a video of like BTS and their siblings, and it was pictures of them, but not like their names or their age or where they work or what businesses they own, like stuff like that, like where you could literally
Hmm.
find out. I didn't put their names or nothing, and it was like, yeah, somebody was like, can you give me their Instagrams? I want to see them. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you your Instagram. First of all, J Hope's sister is very much on social media, so if you want to find her, you
And
better find
on
her.
YouTube.
Yeah, you better find her yourself. I'm not helping you. And then Jake Hayes' brother was on the internet, but y'all bullied him off because y'all thought he was clout chasing just for clout. When he was just big, he treats BTS members like his brothers, and he was just drawing them like they were his brothers and making fun of them. And some of y'all got mean and ran the man off the freaking internet. I say boy because I think he's my age. The man, because I think didn't JK say he has his older brother that's like Jen's age? So yeah, he's my age.
Hmm.
So no, like y'all
Like,
ran the boy
if
off.
you weren't there when BTS, like, or like groups or members give out that information, or like Instagram, then I'm not gonna tell you. Like,
Yeah,
I was there for those type of stuff, and I still follow those type of people, but out of respect, I'm not gonna let you
but
know
like
their
if I did
Instagram
one with
names.
idols whose siblings are in the public eye,
Like
like
Hannah or Sophia, theirs
like
is out in the
Hannah,
public eye.
Sophia, or Chanyeol's sister is
Olivia's kind of 50-50 because she did remove her TikTok, but she still posts on Instagram. But I'm still not going to tell you.
Chanyeol's sister. Chanyeol from EXO's sister is a news anchor in Korea, so she's in the public eye. Um, I also think Jonghyun or Jonghyun from freaking Twice. Her sister is in the public eye in Korea too. Um, but Moonbin from Astro, his sister is an idol. Um, Kai and
Hie.
Leah and them, they all three of them were idols and Bunk Me.
Hie.
But what had I?
Her government name is Bahie, but likes to go by Hie because Bahie sounds too formal to her. So Hie.
Yeah, I never know how to pronounce her name. So, and her name is very, very. It's not very, but very different than her siblings' names because Kai and Leah
Hmm.
is not that hard to pronounce.
That is like easy, but
Yeah, like they
Bahie
have the not
takes some
normal
time.
but easy to pronounce names, and then Bahia is like
Complex.
that sound very much Spanish. But yeah, um, like they are all idols, and then who else? Ariana and Chaeyoung, uh, Do Young from NCT. His brother was an is an actor, but he's enlisting right now, so you ain't gonna find him anyway. Uh, yeah, the idols are in the public eye where you can easily find them and stuff. But a lot of people leave people's siblings and be like, you da, 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 your brother, like they grew up together, same person. You can't. What did you? Huh? Are y'all mentally unstable? Like, not y'all bullying people's siblings because y'all mad because they related.
Seriously.
That's basically what it is. Y'all mad because they relate. Like, y'all sound crazy. It's freaking weird. Like, it's like me bullying Halsey's. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all are off. Like, some of y'all, not everybody, but the ones who do that, y'all need to seek therapy now before it goes up. Because it's going to go up. Because a lot of this mental health is untreated around this day and around the world. It's not even just America, it's everywhere. A lot of y'all need to seek help fast. Even if it's just talking to your guidance counselor during your lunch break. Just shit.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be in psychology anyway. They make you take psychology courses when you work in school. Hopefully,
Yep.
some of them help.
Should we talk
Cyberbullying.
about Face? Oh, like, yeah, I was gonna say either that or FaceTime calling. Not FaceTime, but
Well,
FaceTime.
we're gonna do all of them because I have like other ones, so we're gonna go down the list. Cyberbullying.
Hmm.
Cyberbullying and doxing goes in the same thing because y'all literally would harass somebody. If they say something y'all don't like, y'all literally would dox them and cyberbully them off the internet where they might attempt, or you like find their jobs and tell their boss about an online beef that about some seven Asian men. They said something bad about 7 Asian men in a country that's 16 hours away, and you mad, so you gonna go their job? Make that make sense? Because they don't make sense. If we don't, that boss could be like, "What is wrong with you? Who is this? Is this a prank?" Because I talked about K-pop while I was at work, so my boss and my coworkers knew about the K-pop stuff. So if anybody was going to find my job and call and try to say some stuff, they'd probably be like, "These people crazy." Yeah,
Yeah, like it truly doesn't make sense because like in Korea specifically, they take bullying seriously, but as soon as it comes to online bullying, which is cyberbullying, it's like, oh, it's taking away freedom of speech. So you're telling me, like, just example, like the whole bullying like scandal, and Shenzhen had to go on hiatus because of it, but it was proven innocent from classmates and teachers that he was defending for himself. Yet
they,
to this day, people will get mad at him
uh,
and be like, "Oh, you should go KYS yourself because you bullied someone," which he actually didn't bully anyone. He just defended himself over somebody who bullies people in school.
yeah, like they were doing it to each other. Like they were fighting all the time or arguing with each other. It wasn't just him. It just happens that he's an idol. Like Lord Jesus, y'all, like, it's bad. Like y'all
Like,
literally are
if
good.
we're gonna take bullying in real life serious, take cyberbullying as well. Because literally, do you remember when that child basically put out a tweet about BTS
Uh-huh.
and she basically her parents got sued because she said something about BTS and the company
The
literally
cyberbullying,
put
like when
a suit.
his fans each other cyberbullying, or like when I feel like now companies are now taking a step where if you say something derogatory toward the companies are taking steps. It's the companies. Like if you say something, a rumor or something, a lie about BTS, the company is going to find your IP and going to find your IP, stuff like that no more. Before with the whole situations with like or your Junghan and fucking Sully and Goo, uh like they were bullied on their fucking social medias and they all like K-worded themselves because people were bullying and always like depression and social anxiety just got over like they were being treated like crap by the public instead of people taking their side. Like in Korea, it was very normal for them. So when something happens to a woman and you comment on their social medias, nobody's gonna defend that woman. They're gonna
No.
join in, especially if they're Korean. So it's Gohara's ex boyfriend, who was a professional athlete, threatened to release a sex tape, quote unquote, even though she did not know she was being recorded during the exchange. Um, Played part in her taking her own life, and people were taking his side, like, "Oh, why would you do something like that? That is da, 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 da." Like when women say they didn't know about it or they defend themselves, they automatically are the problem because you think they're lying automatically, especially
Like
in Korea.
The thing that gives me red flags about that is A, he's a whole, not artist, but a whole like is professional sports player. Wouldn't that just deteriorate your whole image if you actually put it out? B, you
Not in
did it
Korea.
without her consent. I know, because I mean, if it was here in America, it'd be taken serious. B, you did it without her consent, and she could have literally sued you for harassment if they even would let her, because without consent, you being a sports player, and the third one is basically getting her to a point in her life to be really depressed and so anxious about it to do what she did, would have gotten him in a lot of trouble if it was in America.
In
There, I don't know, because
Korea, he got
their law stories is iffy.
in Korea. He recently they just said he I think he got only like a couple years in jail for it. But he owes her family reparations for causing her to kill her. Or sorry. So because he had part in why she did it, because he threatened her. Now he owes money for a while. So her mom claimed some money that her mom abandoned her and her brother. Now that she passed away, she thought she had some money left for her. Like family members that do that shit irk my nerves. Like you were not around, not supportive during their rise to fame, and then once they pass away, you think you left something. You know, no, that's not how that works. No, she left all her money and her estate to her brother. Mama ain't
Which
getting
is
nothing.
really nice.
Like some parents are like they're narcissists. They are owed something. You did what you were supposed to do. You had kids and supposed to raise them. You abandoned those kids you were supposed to raise. Why would they leave you anything? You might be lucky they if you would have passed away before them, you lucky they would have showed up to your funeral.
Yeah.
Honestly, you would have had that. Somebody in your work had that freaking funeral for you or something. Not your dang on kids. Because the way Koreans do their little funerals when they have a little hall and then the pictures and the flowers and food and stuff, nobody would have been there, ma'am.
Mhm.
Like what in the world? But yeah, like companies are starting to get better at it when it comes to cyberbullying. So
Yes.
when people are lying about artists now or lying or putting stuff out, they will investigate about stuff. Although SM is taking a sweet time about the Lucas situation,
Seriously.
but that's a topic for another day, I guess. I don't
But
know.
like cyberbullying with fans, I feel like it sometimes could be a lot worse because there has been times where I will be on Twitter and see toxic fans from different fandoms just obliterate somebody over information that they got on that person, and the person that it affected just it goes another direction, which I don't even want to say it. And then they're like, "Oh, everything I was saying was a joke. It wasn't serious. I didn't think she'd actually do it." You don't say things that you know would hurt you just for it to turn around on you, and you feel guilty when somebody actually does what you told them to do.
It was a joke. Telling people to K word themselves was not a joke. Telling people to
Harm themselves,
harm
that's
this.
not a joke. Like, if you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you, why are you doing it to someone else because you're so angry that your faves didn't win an award or somebody's back talking about them?
Somebody had a YN moment, it wasn't you, so you mad because you thought you was gonna marry someone like that in real life. No, because we do research into the with the dating people here together with in Korea or like with a friend of a friend. So they have a group of friends they think sounds good for their friend. Like let's say fucking damn Felix. I don't know if he has outside friends out of stray kids, and one friend has a former colleague from college that they will set them up on dates, and that's how people date in Korea. Not like or like yeah, some idols do date if they're in the same company or are the same age or are mutuals whatever. But like you being a random person that they've never met, spent time with, been around, no person. person date you. Okay, it's not gonna happen. No. Like if you're not running around in their circles, going to their parties or get-togethers, no, it's not gonna happen.
Seriously.
Kill the dream,
I
please. Especially if
it'd be
you're you think you about to marry a dang 25-year-old young cook. You don't wash your mouth.
it'd be irritating me sometimes because like people like there'll be like 12-year-olds who want to date like Yoongi, like everyone knows that. And I'm just like and they'll come to like people who are their age, like my like you or me or Dev or Mir and be like, "Oh, you're too old for them. They wouldn't date you." I'm literally the same age as I am from Stray Kids. 2 weeks older than him at that. And you're telling me I'm too old for him. Not that I like him like that, but I'm just saying. You're telling me that I'm too old for him and that he wouldn't date someone like me, but in the same time, he wouldn't even date you because you're probably out of his age range. And speaking like just for real, like in reality, how the hell would that even be possible? The
You're not.
only
You don't live
places
in
that I could
Korea. You don't have the same mutuals.
The only thing I could think of, which would be a rare occurrence if it actually happened, would be A, from a concert, B, you bumping into them at wherever they're at, not stalkishly, like just out of a blue, like just out of the blue occurrence. Like not even just like, oh, they're at this place, I'm gonna go. They're just out of a blue occurrence. Or three, through social media, because we do know they probably have some secret accounts. An example, Chan said that he'd be watching TikToks and everything, so he's probably has a secret account. I would not be surprised. But
Either
like
he has a
that's
secret account or he's logged in on his sister's account.
that's a small chance. And yes, I'm going to say yes, you can be delusional, but still have a big touch in reality because it doesn't happen to everybody. Like it's not a whole K-drama, Lifetime, whatever Disney Channel
Wattpad
movie.
delusion. Wattpads are fiction or not? Was it? Yeah, fiction. Fanfics. They're not real. There are
They're
thoughts in
not
girls'
real,
minds.
but there are small percentages, occurrences that it does happen, but it doesn't happen to everybody.
I feel like if it happens, it's very rare, unless it's like
Like a 0.00, like a 0.00001% chance.
because I think
Because
who
there's
was it?
one of
I think
them.
Rich Brian, his girlfriend, he met at a concert. Like she was in his front row or some shit.
Mhm.
Um,
So
that's
it's
about
not
it.
all the time it happens, but
Yeah.
it's probably going to be someone that's in their home country, Korea, or Australia, or Canada,
Or China.
or America, or
I
China, or
mean, I still
Thailand.
look. No offense, but Mark Twain, you're the only one of your siblings that don't got a significant other. Sorry, Jay. You need it. Chop chop, sir. You almost 30.
Yeah, because he need to figure that one out, Keith.
How you
His
you be third willing it with every sibling and your
his he- like,
parents, bro.
his youngest sibling is already get like married or getting married, and
He's
he's still the
engaged.
only one.
Joey is engaged. Like you
Yes,
about
but
to be
still,
chilling at the kitty table with your nieces, bro.
like, bruh, Joey is engaged, and you are supposed to be older than Joey, my guy, and
Like
you still not
he
with
can't.
someone.
I get the whole the age thing and like oh if the oldest sibling is supposed to be the first one married and then the youngest supposed to be the last, but sometimes the order is just whatever goes, whoever's legal, whoever da, da, da. But the
And
fact
it's
that
okay.
Mark people and he didn't like it or whatever or they just didn't work out, but like
I remember it got bad to the point that people assumed Rose and Mark were together.
people always shipping Pink members with whoever they friends with. Like they have one conversation or a dude was hand one of them a blanket to cover their legs. They're like, oh my god, they're dating. Bro,
That's why you don't see BTS or Blackpink like around each other anymore because it got so bad that both companies were just like, yeah, you could be friends still, but you just can't be around each other like that anymore.
or like what was it? There's videos on YouTube of like TX members where like two members would look at each other for like 2 seconds. It's like, oh my god, they're in love, like Yuna and fuck and Hinakai. I'm like, what the hell?
And you listen, and you wonder why a lot of like I've been seeing it a lot lately. Like there'll be like K-pop fans who like I would say 50-50 or either was there for third gen or just was here like as like a fourth generation K-pop stan, but stan third gen groups. Because like they'll watch old videos, like the other half, not the ones who were here for third gen, but the other half, and they'll be like, "Oh, I miss when third gen groups were always hanging out with each other and having fun at K-pop award shows." They can't do that anymore. Because what it showed is that you guys get so obsessed with certain members being friends with certain girl groups and being around those people, they can't even make those occurrences anymore or like be friends in front of a camera because everyone ships them out of nowhere. Like, how are you going to, like, I'll say Blackpink. Three out of the one members is always being shit on for being around any male, but as soon as it comes to, I really need to sneeze. Fuck, my nose really itches. But when it comes to not Lisa, like Lisa gets shit on a lot of things. Jessie gets shit on a lot of things. Rose gets shit on a lot of things. Why is my head going blank?
What's crazy? Freaking lately because Idol's been doing Dispatch's job for them. That Dispatch hasn't like dropped any bombs as of
No.
late anymore. That the Idols do it themselves. That they didn't basically made like shipping or like dating scandals of male idols with male idols. The last like
Jisoo. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. I could not remember Jisoo's name. Like BTS, like Army. I'm being serious.
but no,
But
like
like,
who was it? They said there was a dating ship or scandal of like um it was it was like two boy members. I think Moonbin and like random and ever like something
someone
else.
said, someone
Like it
said
was
Kim
another
Sungmin.
guy, but I'm like, then what? Like, well, how did you get them two together? Like it was like three. It was like TXT members with like Stray Kids members and stuff. And I'm like,
Listen,
y'all weird. Why y'all?
what shocked me the most was when they said Kim Sungmin was dating a member from Inmix, and I was just like, out of all the girl groups you could have chose, Inmix, someone that's like younger siblings to them. Because I mean, Sungmin and someone from Inmix, there's probably like only Lily around her age or like a year younger would fit okay in that range for Sungmin if he does date someone younger. But out of all groups, specifically out of all members, Kim Sungmin, the one who don't even seem like he's trying to get in a relationship right now,
The
with an
fact that the
Inmix
one that
member,
don't even like his freaking members being too close to him. Like what the Donnie?
don't mean he won't get in a relationship sooner or later. Like I was even like, hey, if he is, I'm happy for him. But that just sounds weird because Inmix is in a 3 year dating ban. So why would you date a member that's already in a dating ban for about 2 to 3 years?
To be rebellious.
Yes,
Anyway,
but like that would just go downhill.
yeah. All right. Death threats. We talked about this kind of. We slid through the thing. People sending death threats to idols and
Hmm.
other stands because you mad because they said something about your fave that's probably true. Get a clip, please, for the love of God. Like, if they give you the vibes and then it's been proven that they are like that and the people are putting it out there, or when people do like old news about idols that like, okay, if they're like a solo stand of like freaking GOT7 and they try to attack BTS, do you not know these men are friends?
Seriously,
Like Suga and JB are friends.
it don't even make no
Mark
sense
and
to me.
Tay are friends.
Jackson and Namjoon,
Yugyeom and JK are friends.
Yoongyun, Bam Bam, and JK.
Are friends. You can make up a fake beef if you want, but guess what? They sitting there eating fucking cake barbecue, chilling, laughing, drinking beer because y'all done lost your mind. Probably sitting there watching the dang old freaking stand Twitter go up in flames, talk making lies
And
about them. I'm like, these bitches trying again.
it'd
I
be
don't.
toxic as hell. Like the same thing with like Stray Kids and like BTS. It'd be like it'll be Toxic Army or Toxic Stays going back and forth. I'm like, you do know that JK is literally friends with Big Chan. Minho is literally has a like they're probably really good friends with him since
Like you
he
forgot,
was
like
back with them
literally,
in
like
2017.
what was it, friend? Like I like when they have the cute moments when like it was. I think Mom was like a couple years ago when like I think it was 2019 when ITZY like debuted and BTS were there and they saw them because Rujin and Yuna was in BTS is like one of their little short film things for one of their
Mhm.
albums. So they know them, whatever. So I'm like, stuff like that when they see them and they're like, oh, I remember them. Or like, literally, J Hope saw Minho and the thing was like, you're Minho, right? Da, 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 and like dapped him up and was like, oh, hey, da, 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 you debuted, and
Yeah.
was like cool with him. Like, they do that with each other, their peers. Like, y'all just want them to be mad at each other when. Hope we don't got a meme on no
Literally,
man's body at
literally
all.
the same thing with not stay with Stray Kids and ATs. Like they're both best friends. Taman and Woo Young are literally called the Tasmanian devils of the group of both because they act like children. They're like the two you don't want to be around each other because you know they about to fuck shit up together. They've known each other since
Like,
they were like in
literally,
high school before debut.
Kingdom killed half of the fandom fake beefs because they're friends. Guess what?
Like you even had Sunghwa in Kingdom telling Woo Young to calm down because they were like superior to them because they were veterans and like debuted before them. Woo's like, I don't care. That's my best friend. Just because he's in a group that debuted before us don't mean I'm gonna change. He did not care.
Like, this is a little background with a tease. This is the uh 60 degrees. It's probably wrong. 60. I think it was something else like 30 or 90, whatever. But like, Young and Woo Young and Yeojun of TXT. They were training at the same time.
Because they were in the same group. And that same group, but like Yo
TXT
Song and
very well, if people stay TXT, could be Yeojun, Woo Young,
Yo Song.
Taeyeon, and like Yo Sang. They all could have been TXT if they would have debuted in groups of their age bracket. But they're
Yes.
not. But they're friends. All of them. Stop
Yes.
being weird. Please. For the love of God. Like, they like each other. They're friends. They're cool. Y'all making it weird for everybody else.
Seriously. Just because you got beef, just because two fandoms have beef with each other, don't mean you gotta bring in the groups. They best friends. Leave it alone.
Next one. Next topic is stalking idols.
Vernon made that clear, that's for sure.
Stop stalking idols going in Korea and in America, stalking and stealing out of their freaking tour
Suitcases?
buses and stuff, suitcases and tour buses, and when they go to those bathhouses and they're in Korea and y'all literally sneak it in, take pictures of them while they're sleeping, like weird shit. Like,
And
y'all
it'd be
don't
like weird items. It don't be anything expensive. It'd be like underwear. I'm like, what are you gonna do with clean underwear, bro? Clean underwear.
like, it smells like they're detergent. It don't smell like
Or
anything.
socks. Like, what are you gonna do with someone's underwear or socks? Like, you sound goofy as hell.
Like, it's the weirdest of the weird of the weirdest weird.
Like, y'all won't steal a laptop. Y'all won't steal jewelry. Y'all won't steal shoes. Actually, the shoes is a little bit iffy. So, like, y'all won't steal glasses. Y'all steal the randomest things. Socks, underwear, a piece of
If they
gum
still,
that's already been chewed up.
if they still shit, they selling them on eBay and they go and find their own shit.
Suga's literally, well, Yogi, Suga's freaking ring. You remember that? Someone caught it. Well, they were trying to return it because it slipped off his finger. But like, y'all, one of y'all still has Yoongi's sugar ring, and I think it was the A or the U.
That's what he get, bro. That's
So
not even
he,
their fault. That's
so
his
he,
fault.
so it's Ska or Shug.
Or like, there's been multiple performances where Jimin has sunglasses on or glasses on, like the Boy with Love one with Halsey at the AMAs, I think, and he had sunglasses on and he threw them or took them off being extra and lost them. And a lot of his stuff be expensive, and he just throwing stuff like it ain't cost 17. Like, he be losing his clothes. Like, boy, He does that a lot, where he wears certain stuff and he throws it out the audience or throws it on the side if somebody gets it.
But yeah, it just be the weirdest things that like don't have a lot of value to them or do, but they're like accessories. And I'm just like, why y'all like this?
Or like they shows that they have money because they're dropping stuff and losing money on that it's expensive as hell. Like, why are you like y'all need to stop that?
Like at the airports, whenever like idols go to a different country, stresses me out more than probably it stresses the idols because it just be a whole like trampede, and it's just like someone can get hurt, which we've seen. Felix got his back hurt because he tripped and fell because people were trying to get into the airport. Um, what was another occurrence? I know like it was probably like it was like BTS or something. Where like one of the members got hurt just trying to get into because there was just a whole stampede. And it's not safe because it's just like you like Sasaengs will go there and think, oh, they're gonna just love me and they're gonna accept it. Honey, I don't think anyone thinks you being a stalker is attractive. I'm not gonna lie. That makes
Some
me
toxic people
scared.
might, but not all of them.
Yes, that makes me scared. That makes me not want you to have me around, like have you around me 1,000 feet, like a restraining order.
Black free weird people. They went to concerts and at the airport. They could get
Even
blacklisted.
if they're blacklisted.
Yeah, it makes no. Ooh. Let's talk about fan calls, cause why not?
Oh, I've been waiting for this one. Listen, the discrimination against POC women, I don't know if it goes with men as well, but POC women doing fan signs with like male idols is astronomical. If you aren't like
Oh,
pale or
I
white
gotta breastfeed
passing,
because we don't have
I've
some.
noticed
What's the name?
that you get so much hate for being black, Hispanic, Thai, Indonesian. Anything that's not pale or white passing always gets hate on, always gets death threats, always gets like trying to get like their accounts get doxxed. But as soon as it's anyone who like I'm not trying to be rude or anything, I'm just giving prime example,
Okay.
who are Korean or who are white from like different countries, they get praise. They get so much all these like, oh, you guys should be cute together and all these like positive comments. But as soon as it's like a black stan or like any other POC woman, they just get all these negative and death threats and docs and like that's just not right. But
Like,
just because an idol gives attention more to POC women because they just have more of a connection to them and see them as like best friends as a joke, doesn't mean you just gotta be rude about it. Like it's a fan sign call.
like, we have a mutual named Chanel, and she did a few fan calls with Bam Bam and a few with Yang Yang, whoever. She is black. She might be mixed a little bit. She is really light, like light skin to tit. So she's mixed with a little bit of something. And she put her videos of her fan call with Bam Bam, and Bam Bam was flirting because Bam Bam flirts.
It's a flirtation man.
The
Flirtation.
way the Thai fans were talking about, y'all delete this, y'all are making him seem like somebody he's not, and y'all this is how he is. Do you not pay attention to the way he acts in Korea? He acts like this all the time. Bam Bam he's very sweet. We know Bam Bam is a sweetheart. We get it. But also, Bam Bam is a jokester and a flirt. You don't have to be
Seriously.
just sweet, man. He's a dude. He has eyes. If he sees a beautiful girl, he probably's gonna flirt, no matter what
Hmm.
her color is. Y'all just mad because he may be attracted to black girls. I don't know what to tell y'all.
Seriously.
But like, y'all literally bullied Chanel to take her stuff down. And like, she has a TikTok and she puts them up for maybe 24 hours and takes them down the next day. Cause y'all don't know how to act. Cause y'all are
Which is
jealous.
understandable.
Cause y'all don't like, y'all don't know how to act. Plain and simple. Like, y'all talking crap about her, or even not even just the people who like the way y'all act towards black or people like black K-pop stans when they get the attention y'all thought y'all was gonna get. This how you know y'all are off is because the way y'all literally had a girl, I don't even know who the girl is, had a fan call with Han and was wearing lingerie. Ma'am,
And didn't show her face though. That's the thing, is that she knew what she was doing and thought it was funny and thought, oh, he was just blushing because I had lingerie on, like it's nothing. You can see the fear in this man's eyes and how much anxiety is going up by a million, and he's just so uncomfortable.
like
Just because he's
nothing,
giggling,
like
just
nothing,
because he's giggling, it doesn't mean he's laughing about it.
nothing
Most
stray
people's
kids
reaction
do
is giggling.
at that time that's happened. Nothing stray kids did was sexual in any way or
No.
sexy or flirtatious. Like they were flirting with each other at the most part, but they wasn't
It was
flirting with like Han and Lino and Hyunjin be flirting with each other all the damn time. But like they weren't out here like, oh, I'm too sexy. Like they didn't get the adult era to now. That fan call happened during the pandemic, like 2 years ago. So
that was
like,
like 2020 or 2021 when
yeah,
I
like they
wasn't
had it like
even
years,
21 yet.
yeah, like years ago, like a couple years ago they did that. Like now we getting stuff like Red Light and Chan got titties out and
And Taste and Three Racha putting out a song.
but yeah, and like freaking Felix is showing titty and chest now, and they got freaking
And
they
I
got
am
Ian's
even showing some like
right Ian's
abs, but not chest. Just
I
abs
yeah
because
like the
he's studying
baby's
from them.
arms are out and he's doing too much. Like it's they wasn't doing that back then when y'all was trying to scar the boy. Like Lee, what like, and I bet you she was whack. No offense to white people, but some of y'all white stands be doing stuff and y'all thinking it's funny. Y'all here traumatizing people. Like don't
And
do
it's
that.
like, and it's probably another reason why a lot of women of color don't even post their like fan signs as much anymore, because it's such negativity. Like if it's someone who, like as I said, it's not all white passing, but you have white, like just like your skin tone. Like if you are like white or really pale,
Uh huh.
they have their cameras on because they don't get hate for it, and they know that like that they get positive reviews. But as you see, anyone who's like Israeli,
Like not post on certain days, but this one will be up this week or whatever day I post it. We have another one next week, hopefully. We do have some Christmas episodes, holiday episodes coming, and you'll be here for the debauchery of us being
hmm
us. But yeah, anyway, thank you for listening. I
bye.
Hi, this is India cutting in. I ended this one at the awkward moment we were talking about. It got. I'm trying to make these maybe at 45 minutes at the most. I don't know. Like you guys, let us know if you want these to be 45 minutes or an hour long each episode. I'm not trying to make them too long where y'all just like feel like it's going on forever. Um, but thanks for listening. Please follow us on all social medias. We have a TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, we are streaming on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, and also the Anchor app if you want to download that to listen to us. But we are on a few podcast streams that come with your phone, so you can just download us and listen to us on your spare time. Yeah. So many more episodes coming. Bear with us. Busy time of the year. Thank you. We love you. Bye.